that angle right there is 51 degrees, 51 minutes, 24 seconds. It's the precise shape of the Great Pyramid. And if you read Hermes, who wrote the Emerald Tablets, he says in there that the pyramid was created from the proportions of the earth. This proves it. Not only is the macrocosm in and around your body, but so is the microcosm. And this is what NASA has also discovered. There is something in mitosis called the 8-cell division. It goes from 1 cell division to 2 to 4 to 8. And when it hits 8 cells, it forms a pattern that looks like this. A little star tetrahedron. It's like a cube if you see it from this way, but if you turn it up on the edge, it's called a star tetrahedron. And this little pattern, the 8 cells are lined up on each one of these points of this little pattern, which comes directly out of the flower of life. And those 8 cells, when you look at it in a cube pattern, is right here. There's one of them, there's 2, 3, 4, and there's another set of them behind there, forming an exact pattern showing that the human body is actually defined in the original 8 cells when you were something so small you can't even see. And it's still there right now. And this is just one indication, though you could go on for hours if you wanted to, showing how the microcosm, the small stuff, is completely located within you. And these 8 cells, by the way, are true with all life forms known in existence, which includes, though we don't have scientific proof it, of all the ETs that are out there also. It's all based on the same principles, no matter where they came from or who they are, or where they are on the earth, whether it's a tree or a dog or a cat or a human being. It's all, the 8-cell division is the same. It's exactly the same. And through time, as studying this over many, many, many years, we began to discover that this star tetrahedral field that the original 8 cells were located in is also around the body in an electromagnetic field. And it sits precisely in the arrangement that's around here, exactly 1 hand length above the head, exactly 1 hand length below the feet. And there is this interlocking field of these patterns around there. And connecting from the bottom, running through the very center, right, entering in at the perineum between the legs, going up through the center of the body, exiting at the crown chakra, and connecting to it at the top, is a tube of energy that for each person is different, but if you take your thumb and your middle finger and put them together, that's how big around your tube is. And that tube has these little crystalline patterns that connect at the top and the bottom. And this allows access to life force energy, or prana, or chi, or ether, or tachyon energy, all the same thing. If it is accessed in a certain way. And there is a breathing pattern that the ancients knew, that and which requires certain thoughts and certain feelings that begin this field here spinning. And there's actually 3 of them there, and there begins to be a counter-rotating field of spinning motion that begins to spin around your body that forms something that the ancients called the Merkaba. And and it looks basically like a flying saucer. There's a disc that comes out, and it's about 55 feet in diameter, depending on your height. And the whole energy field of all of your bodies are all contained within this 55-foot field, with the exception of some other little thing I can't get into right now. Too complex. And so I want you to remember, if you could, this breathing tube that runs through the body. It's absolutely straight. It's just like a fluorescent tube. There's very few people or religions in the world who remember this. The Tibetans do. Tibetans, Buddhists know exactly what I'm talking about, and they use this in their final steps of their initiation. This field of energy, if you were to look at it, happens to be identical to the infrared heat envelope around galactic bodies. This is the Sombrero Galaxy, and this is a disk that moves through. You can't see it real well on here, but if you were to look at it, it looks just like the traditional flying saucer. And the galaxy is also a living being that is alive, just like you and me. It has a very high level of consciousness. It has a completely integrated cellular level, which we call like humans or ETs, who are all working together in a single body. It's not Star Wars like we think. It's very much more like your own body, where where the brain cells and the heart cells and the different kinds of appearing bodies are actually functioning together in a larger system for the greater good of all. And we have exactly the same shape around us if we breathe in a certain way. And the Merkaba is a vehicle. It's a vehicle that you use to get here in this planet, and when you die, it'll be the same vehicle that you use to get to wherever you're going after that. And it is a vehicle. And in the Torah, in the Israeli way of seeing things, the Merkaba was pronounced Merkava, and when you translate Merkava into English, it means the chariot or a vehicle. It's much more than a vehicle. That's one of its aspects. It literally can become anything in existence. But that's another subject that we can't put forth here right now. Now, and that's the basic information that came out through the Flower of Life. Though the information that's going to be presented here today will also be in Volume 2 of the Ancient Secret, the Flower of Life. And this is where we left everybody. We left them, we told them how to create it. We didn't say what it was or what to do with it. And that was what the workshop called the Earth Sky Workshop, which we've been doing for the last 3 years, is the information of what to do once you've now established this field around you, how to create it and what it